All right, Norwegian Cruise Lines has sent out a letter announcing some changes to their pre-cruise testing requirements, and we'll get into all of it right after this. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. All right, Norwegian Cruise Line says effective on January the 17th, 2022, they are changing the pre-cruise testing requirements. Currently, they say they have a two test requirement, one at home and one when you get to the cruise terminal. Well, they're going to reduce it down to just one test that you take at home prior to your cruise. Go ahead and put a copy of the letter up here from Norwegian Cruise Lines. Dear valued guest and travel partners, on behalf of Norwegian Cruise Line, we thank you for your loyalty and for making us your vacation of choice. In advance of your upcoming cruises, we want to ensure you are aware of our latest health and safety protocols, as well as understanding the travel requirements for the destinations you will soon be visiting. While in the past we have asked that guests boarding our ships to test twice for COVID-19, once at home and a second time at the pier before embarkation, now effective for voyages beginning in January the 17th, 2022, we will only require our guests to test once at home. This will allow for a more streamlined check-in process with minimum person-to-person contact and limited wait time. At the time of check-in, guests will be required to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 antigen or PCR test result administered by a verified third party at least 2 days prior to boarding for cruises originating in U.S. ports, and 3 days prior for voyages departing from non-U.S. ports. If you are unable to provide proof of a negative result at the time of embarkation, testing will be available at the terminal at your expense for $99 per person. Okay, to understand the earliest you should test prior to your cruise vacation, see below. And simply, this is a chart letting you know that, for an example, if you are embarking on Sunday, you need to take your test on Friday. This is the earliest that you can take that test. So the 2 days prior to your cruise, that it currently is for the majority of all cruise lines. As a reminder, as part of our Sail Safe Health and Safety program, all guests are required to be fully vaccinated at least 2 weeks prior to departure and must show proof of vaccination at the terminal in order to board the vessel. We encourage you to visit Norwegian's website for a list of vaccines accepted by NCL, including a recently updated list of vaccine combinations now accepted to sail aboard our fleet, following the latest U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention guidance. In addition, we encourage you to stay up to date with country-specific travel requirements for your upcoming vacation by visiting Norwegian's website. This website has been designed to provide vital information regarding local restrictions, travel requirements, and documents necessary for your upcoming cruise. Please note this website will be updated regularly, and we encourage you to check back often. Finally, guests must have all necessary documentation such as proof of vaccination, negative COVID-19 test result, and passport readily available to present to the check-in staff upon arrival. For further information on required travel documentation, failure to comply with the above requirements will unfortunately result in denial of embarkation. Guests who are denied embarkation or reboarding for failure to comply with Norwegian Cruise Line's COVID-19 policies and procedures shall not be entitled to a refund or compensation of any kind. For additional information you need to know to prepare for an amazing vacation ahead, click here and those all take you to the Norwegian Cruise Line website. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to welcoming you on board. Sincerely, Caddy Bird, Vice President of Guest Services. So that is the official change from Norwegian Cruise Lines. Instead of 2 tests, one at home and one at the cruise terminal, you now only take the home test, one prior to arriving at the cruise terminal. However, if you do arrive at the cruise terminal and have not gotten a test and been unable to get a test, then you can get one there at the cruise terminal for $99 per person. After reading all of this, I think maybe I was a little confused prior to today. I thought that Norwegian Cruise Lines was providing the test at the terminal for everybody boarding the ship. I knew there was something that they recommended you take the test at home prior to getting to the cruise terminal, but I didn't think it was a requirement to take it both at home and at the cruise terminal. But I have not sailed on Norwegian since the pandemic. So if anybody out there has sailed on Norwegian, were you required to take 2 tests prior to your sailing? Because I only thought it was the one at the cruise terminal. But I'm thinking I must have had it wrong the way this letter reads. But like I said, the bottom line is starting on January the 17th, only 1 test is going to be required, the home test or a test taken 2 days prior to boarding for Norwegian Cruise Lines in the future. So let me know in the comments below, what do y'all think of this change that Norwegian Cruise Lines making? Is it good or is it bad? Alright, I hope you have enjoyed this cruise news video. If you have, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. Have yourself a great day, and we will see you out on the high seas.